I hope in this episode you will find words that might help you to open your minds and strengthen your journey each day as you work towards finding peace, love, joy in your life. Hi, and welcome to this podcast which is about words. I want to thank you for your kind presence here. I am Anil Annaiah, back with a new episode. I believe in words. They have a force and power strong enough to change destinies. Words can give us courage to overcome the gusty winds. Words can give us the strength to swim the rising tides. Words can help us celebrate the power of human kindness. Words can help us fulfill our dream for a better world. Today I bring in a new thought from my book, Simple Perceptions, to ponder upon. Anger pushes us into building worthless edifices. Please hear it again. Anger pushes us into building worthless edifices. Let us now discuss the perspectives that could emerge from these words and the potential of this thought in helping us to make everyday life better. Anger just doesn't come and go, it builds. It constructs emotional scaffolding. It gives us urgency, a sense of control. It hands us tools and says, "Here, prove yourself, fix it fast, show your strength." And so we build walls, arguments, labels, entire life choices, all in the heat of angry reaction. Especially in our teens and young adulthood, anger often feels like the only voice we have. It makes us feel seen, heard, loud enough to matter. But what we build from anger rarely reflects who we truly are, who we truly positively are. Most of it is fiction. A fictional story that might win the moment but never wins the peace. These are worthless edifices your thought speaks of. They don't hold meaning. They don't hold stability. They just hold the echo of what we never pause to feel. But here is a part we often overlook. Anger doesn't stop exploiting us when we grow older. If left unchecked, anger follows us into adulthood and it starts to shape the very fabric of our lives. We carry resentment like it's responsibility. We build careers just to escape the shame. We hold on to grudges like they are proof of strength. We walk into relationships already armored, suspicious, on the edge. And in doing so, we miss love, we miss joy, we miss peace. We miss the chance to be truly seen as a positive person, as a positive well-being goal person. Because anger told us to protect instead of being open. When anger runs the show, we end up pushing people away, not because we don't care, but because we never learned how to speak without the unnecessary fieriness. We assume everyone will hurt us. That could be one wrong assumption. We lose the ability to listen carefully and with empathy. We live in a loop of angry reaction where everything feels like an attack. And the worst part, we become addicted to the architecture of anger. We start to trust conflict more than connection. We trust isolation more than intimacy. We trust control more than vulnerability. But here is the healing truth. You were never meant to build your life in defense mode. You were never meant to survive in reaction mode. You were born to create, not just protect, to grow and not just guard, to build something true, not something loud. So how do we begin to reclaim our peace from anger? How do we begin to reclaim the empathy that is required? Point 1. Breathe before you build. In any moment of tension, pause. let space come before speech. Let there be a thoughtful pause. Clarity lives in that breath. Point 2. Name the wound which you feel behind the emotion. Ask, what is anger protecting? What fear is underneath it? Anger often speaks for pain that never had language. Point 3. Let anger move without letting it lead. Write, walk, talk it through. But don't decide your future from the fire of fieriness of that reaction mode. Decide it from your inner compass. Once the flames settle, use the tool of empathy. Point 4. Choose what's worth building. Anger says build fast. Wisdom says build well. Ask what will still matter when peace returns. Because the truth is, your peace is your real power and the life you're meant to live, filled with purpose, connection, love, and total well-being clarity. You can't grow in a fortress built by fury. You have to realize that. So today, if anger rises, let it rise, but don't hand it the blueprint for your life. The next time it tells you to build, ask yourself, is this a real victory or just a wrong reaction, just to get a fictional victory? Is this building my future or burying my empathy, finding truth? Because the world needs less reaction and more rootedness, less armor and more simple authenticity. And you deserve to live in what you build. So you need to stay safe, stay healthy, stay awake, stay grounded, and build something worthy of your well-being laden peace. Do reflect on my string of words. Anger pushes us into building worthless edifices. From the book, Simple Perceptions. Find more insights as you place this in your everyday life and your everyday interactions and observations. Hope you'll connect more dots from here to help you through the journey in life. Thank you for joining me here today. My sincere aspiration is to keep sharing these thoughts with you and hope that these words will find a way to open up fantastic new possibilities in your life. We'll be happy if you could share this podcast and the thoughts with others too. Do come back for the next episode, and till we meet again, bye-bye.